DJ, I'm just because I know there's many different facets, many different components to Banyan. Could you just give us a very, very quick snapshot overview of what those key components are, please?
Most people from the past, visitors to Banyan, know Banyan from the well-known award-winning golf course. That has always been, let's say, the most popular and well-known part of our project. And I see you're standing there at the moment. And we have, but since last, oh wow, and since last year, especially the residences, the luxury customized villas that we sell at the other side of the mountain, have become more and more popular and well known because of what happened during the pandemic. And the same applies for the rental villas. We have a resort village that was operated until early last year as a hotel resort with day guests, and we converted it into a long stay destination, more like a residence. And since the pandemic started, we have quite a high occupancy there, as you can imagine. And last but not least, since early last year, we opened, or a partner opened, Be Well Medical Center, international medical center for first-line medical care. Very popular and expanding rapidly at the moment.
That's fantastic. So you have golf, so you have outdoor active lifestyle, you have luxury residences, you have a wellness component, and you have a long stay component. It sounds like you've got a lot of bases covered there. What I'd like to focus on is actually the real estate, the residences component. We've heard from some of our panelists, some of our guests so far. It's been quite successful. There's been a lot of interest, a lot of inquiries over the last 6-12 months. Has that been the case for you too?
And especially because of the fact that we see, and we all know, we read it, we discuss it. There's a change in priorities from Bangkokian mainly. Mindset have changed, where there is more focus on health and wellness, obviously, spending time with families, staying closer to home, forced by the pandemic at this moment. But also escape to destinations which have a lot of space, nature, beach, fresh air. So in fact, basically, a focus on the physical and mental well-being seems to be more important than ever. And Hua Hin is a destination where Bangkokians are looking at. Not only to stay for a short period of time, but they also rediscovered, in fact, Hua Hin as a destination where they also want to spend more time in the future. And that has also resulted in more and more sales of residences in Hua Hin, at Banyan for sure. And we also heard that from many other projects, where there is a shift, also understandably, from more condominiums to detached villa properties.
No, that's it. That's very much the storyline of either a flight from Bangkok and an escape from Bangkok, or maybe just more of a lifestyle reset, which I'm hearing from you, which I think is very interesting. Over the last 18 months, there's been the ebbs and the flows, the lockdown. People have really had time to maybe reconsider their priorities, which is what you're saying. TJ, if you don't mind, can I pin you down on how many villas have you sold? Are you able to give us any examples of the types of buyers who are actually buying your customized real estate?
Yeah, we this year so far we sold around 130 million in land and villa value altogether, which is quite significant for this period of time. And there's a mix of some very luxury customized villas, some just bought the land, and there's a couple who just bought the land for last month, now finalizing the design, and the construction will start later this year. Whereas there is another couple with children from Bangkok, and they bought a ready-to-move-in luxury villa. And especially that is a good example because this couple, they have younger kids. Before COVID, they were mostly traveling internationally. Due to the pandemic, they were forced to, of course, stay within Thailand. And the wife, she told me during one of the meetings, she said, before I would never ever consider Hua Hin as a place where I would buy a home. But since we are here since last year, I rediscovered Hua Hin. I love it so much, and that was a reason to buy this home. But also because of the fact they have also changed their view and their mindset on work, on schooling. Not only because of the fact that Hua Hin is offering great schooling, as also Bill mentioned in the start of this webinar, but also the fact that, for example, we discussed it before, you can work from wherever. And you can work from Hua Hin, you can work from your home, you can work from the beautiful Centara or Intercontinental hotels, wherever. And that also makes it easier, let's say, to stay for a longer period in a place like Hua Hin, instead of having to go back all the time to Bangkok.
Right, fascinating. You cover so many great points there. Because I think it's the work from home before that was really the space of the digital nomads, but it's more senior executives and CEOs sitting in cafes and sitting in coffee shops running their businesses. So it really is quite a fundamental change in that regard, which is fascinating. Tell me, you as Banyan Hua Hin, you obviously really see the future, the long-term future in Hua Hin, given your investments. What do you think is really required to realize the potential of Hua Hin, and what would be your long-term vision for the destination?
Yeah, David, as we just more or less concluded, and what also the other speakers and other webinars are confirming, people are looking for an environment where they feel safe, secure, with family. It's all surrounded by health and well-being. So the physical and mental health and well-being. And the great thing about Hua Hin, it has all the basics to become the leading destination, not only in Thailand, but also globally, as a healthy, active destination for health and well-being. And there, we see a great opportunity for Hua Hin to develop more facilities and services focused on that particular element, health and wellness, and become a destination that is not only for the short term, but also long term, recognized as a very attractive destination for domestic and international tourists.
Thank you. That's absolutely fantastic. Really, really interesting thoughts, and much appreciated. TJ from Banyan Hua Hin, thanks very much for your time today.